Hi, Miss Zandel. It's Autumn. So I wanted to apologize for starters for using my phone instead of my computer. I've been trying to get it to work, and no matter what I do, it doesn't want to. So I guess it's gonna be phone videos for a little while. But I wanted to read to you a part of this book. It's called Play with Fire. And I'll admit, I haven't finished it. I'm only a couple of chapters in, but I thought the prologue was really interesting, and I wanted to read a little bit of that to you. The caterpillar into the butterfly, the duckling into the swan, the peasant into the princess. Since childhood, I've been obsessed with the idea of transformation. Perhaps it was because I wanted to shed my skin and emerge as something different, the way children do. Still, at the core of my soul, I have always believed change is possible. In college, I read The Rising of the Phoenix as part of a project on Greek mythology, and a spark ignited within me like a match to tinder. Something about the story of this bird going into the desert, crying out to a silent sun, rising from the ashes to fly home, moved my soul and gave me hope. The legend has been told and retold over years and cultures. This tale's oral tradition can be tracked back to Greek, Egyptian, Japanese, Chinese, and Persian cultures. But to early church fathers like Clement and Lactantius, the phoenix was a symbol of resurrection, rebirth, and renewal. As I read the story, however, the phoenix was more than a faraway fable or symbol of faith. It was me. My life was in flames, and I had nowhere to turn. I don't know if it was the bird's loneliness, or the isolation, or the hiding, or the silence, or the desire to be transformed that resonated with me the most. But I lost myself in the prose of ancient times. The myths seemed to give me a bird's eye view of my own story. As I read about the exhausted bird traveling in desperation to an isolated desert, I caught a glimpse of my own life and the promise that one day I, like the phoenix, would be made new. The myth awakened in me a reality many of us face. There will be proverbial fires that threaten our lives, moments that make us feel like all hope is gone and nothing can or will ever change. But I want to remind you, the fire that can be dangerous is the same fire that can refine and transform. It's not about our circumstances, it's about what we're made of. In the loneliest of times, we have a wondrous opportunity to discover the deity who is not far away but close. Not silent, but speaking. Not incapable, but incredible. It is that God who took me through the fire like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to reveal his presence. I'm sharing these stories with you, dear friend, because I believe we can be transformed in the midst of chaos, exhaustion, and confusion. In the deepest fiber of my being, I believe that when we go through life's fires, we will rise transformed. No, our transformation won't be the result of mythical fires from a silent sun as it was for the phoenix. But we will go through the fire like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. We will experience the presence of the one true God, the creator of fire. Unlike the mythical gods of ancient times, our bold request for transformation will be heard by our God, who will resurrect us to new life through the power of his Son, Jesus Christ. Rise from the ashes. That really speaks to me, and I probably sound a little repetitive because I think I've mentioned similar things in my past videos, but this is something I think that can speak to all of us. Pain and suffering is not, it can't be avoided. It's something that all of us will face in life. It's something that everyone goes through, and by no means am I suggesting that God does this to us. Pain and suffering is due to selfishness, it's due to our own sins, but God does use this to make us better. He puts us through the fire to transform us.